Con Spanish.
They're talking really fast.
Yeah,
You
I
can't
understand a word.
The EU, through its lifelong learning programme, offers funding to schools to develop cross-border partnerships with the aims of enhancing staff professional development across the curriculum and providing overall a wider cultural experience for both students and staff.
I think it's a fantastic big step into Europe's future.
She's showing me around the school and she's just helping me have a good time.
Hola.
Inset down the road to Bristol isn't quite the same as going to Norway.
It is so motivating for both for me as a teacher and also for the students.
In this programme, we follow a group of staff and pupils from a British school that is involved in one such partnership, as they and their counterparts from Norway and Germany meet up at the fourth partner school in northern Spain. The Ridings High School near Bristol has been involved with the EU Comenius project since 2004.
You can just say, toma, toma, like...
The school partners that we have are quite different to us. We're a huge school of 2,000, we're 11 to 18, we have quite a strong technology focus, and some of these partner schools, I mean, for example, the Norwegian school is 300, it's up in the mountains. You know, they're very, very different dimensions.
Okay, so hello to Norway. Just going to introduce our first pupil from our class. This is Shane.
The partner schools keep in regular contact by a range of methods, perhaps the most exciting being the video conference.
We start at school at 8 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. at afternoon. At Junior High, we don't have school uniform. No school in Norway has school uniform.
The British Council oversees the running of Comenius in the UK. Its promotion manager, Paul Burrows, is paying a visit to the Ridings.
I love pink, but I don't like school. But the best thing about it are the people.
It's about enriching our education system from outside. So bringing people from all these other countries into the UK, getting our teachers out, experiencing other systems, sometimes perhaps finding they can learn something from it, sometimes reinforcing the idea that maybe our system isn't too bad.
It's like coming out of the trenches. I mean, it's a school and you've got all the kind of familiarities of schools, but suddenly you see how their staff are doing something, or how their lessons are taking place, or how their timetable works.
This time, the two teachers going to Spain are both members of the languages department.
What we do as a subject in languages is not something which exists purely in the classroom. And that's very difficult sometimes to show them that there is an application outside of a classroom, because by definition, of course, the real application of a subject happens in other parts of the world.
I do feel it opens the pupils' eyes, so I'm hoping to be able to bring back lots of ideas for activities, perhaps to help coordinate the activities that we do come back with, and just really to make sure that we bring all of the schools who are in partnership together.
The Comenius funding covers the cost for the teachers to meet, and also for a small group of students from each of the schools to make the trip as well.
We have always offered this to the entire school, but again, we're looking at student leadership. This isn't just teacher leadership, this is student leadership.
The 4 students who've been chosen for the trip to Saldaa are all from Year 8.
Well, I've never been abroad, so I thought it was a good chance to go, and it could improve my Spanish for the class and stuff.
I think it's going to be quite fun because I'm staying with a Spanish family, which I've never done before. And I'm just going to enjoy myself, hopefully.
I'm expecting to improve my Spanish, experience authentic Spain.
I've been studying Spanish for about 5 years, and I've never been to Spain before because it was a bit much money.
day, lots of travel, but it's been well worth it. We've had a really good day. All the travel plans went like clockwork pretty much, and the kids were great. They took it all in their stride, all got on with each other, no problems. I don't know where they get the energy from. I'm absolutely shattered. When we arrived, they met with their families, went straight off.
I got picked up by a family, which was a bit strange because you greet people by a kiss on each cheek, which I never knew. And so the first thing was mwah, mwah. Okay.
Looking forward to tomorrow, going into school, and I suppose getting down to a bit of business, and the trip to Lyon tomorrow afternoon. So good day today, looking forward to another good day tomorrow, and things are going well.
The secondary school in Saldaa is situated in a rural part of northern Spain, still steeped in the traditional way of life. It has just under 300 pupils aged between 11 and 18. The visitors from the 3 other countries are spending their first day in the school.
Oh look, Mom eats. Let's see.
Like the school day everywhere, for the teachers, it starts with a meeting.
So I have planned this, but I don't know if you agree with the points in the meeting. You want to add something else. You are not interested in talking about something. I really don't know what you think about it, right? No. So I thought that the first would be to talk about what we have done so far and see if it is working or it is not working, and how well are we doing, or the difficulties we find.
Meanwhile, Kathleen is having to cope with her first taste of Spanish as spoken by a native.
Bien, otra cuestión que hablamos es que la Iglesia tenía tal importancia que imponía una especie de...
This is not a problem facing the British teachers. The group have always communicated in English, the only language all 4 partner countries have in common.
So the idea is that we do each other's
so
traditions.
The idea is that your students could read some Spanish legends, Norwegian legends, German legends. So because we were thinking of publishing it in the internet in English.
What we thought. This trip to Spain is really important because it gives the teachers and the students going a kind of real experience. I mean, they're in touch by email and they do projects together, but sitting in a room together, and not necessarily when you're trying to cram something into a half-hour video conference or a 10-minute email, but actually sitting together over a series of few days in social situations and informal situations. It allows them to then develop the project further.
And we thought doing the whole stories in all the languages was going to be impossible, so we made a summary in English so everybody could understand what is the legend about.
But do you want to put it on the communist homepage?
Yeah, that was the original idea, I don't know.
Yes. Emperador del Sacro Imperio Romano Germánico, heredero del Imperio Carolingio.
It was quite confusing because we had lots of Spanish people and like 1 or 2 people could understand what you were saying. So it was kind of just sat there and different language going on. It's a bit confusing, but after a while you get used to it. So, but they do lots of different things in their school. They don't have a uniform, which is lucky, but we do. But and they have a lot smaller classes as well. There's about 15 to 19 people in each class. Very different though, because I don't think you have to do work, because a lot of people were just led on the table and the teachers didn't mind. But it was the same class. We only changed class once, which was for music. But same class and different teachers come in.
Muchas thank you.
At break time, the visitors get together to catch up. For Marius from Norway, an opportunity to practice his English.
It's beautiful. The canyon and the nature and the buildings, the house. Everything, yeah.
Matron Spanish, langweilig.
But the chance to speak in their own language again comes as a relief to some.
Did you have good lessons? What lessons were they? Did you have?
Languages, science, maths.
Do you just sit there?
Yeah, I just sat there and did nothing.
Yeah,
We got a sheet for the
I was
maths
drawing.
one.
They're talking really fast.
Yeah, I
You
couldn't
can't
understand
pick
a word.
You pick up the odd word, but apart from that.
I didn't pick anything up in Spanish.
John, what lessons have you seen this morning?
Maths and Spanish.
I only had 3.
I didn't go to the last one, we were downstairs.
After the break, Janet, Ellie and Marius find themselves in a lesson they are unprepared for, PE. The only shoes they have with them are flip-flops, so they have to sit out the warm-up.
How do you say hello in Norwegian?
Hi. Hi.
Hi. What about how are you?
Hvordan har du det?
Har du det? Hvordan har du det?
Ja.
Hvordan har du det? Is it cold in Norway?
On the winters it's very cold. And but on the summers it's a bit warm.
Like now or colder?
Yeah, like now. A bit warmer sometimes. I had expected that Spain was much more hotter, warm.
As the conversation develops, they find they have lots to talk about.
Yeah, red hot chili peppers. Red pepper, they are good. Have you heard Green Day?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like Green Day.
I like Full of All the Broken Dreams.
Yes, me too. And Holiday. Yeah.
But they haven't been forgotten. They spend the rest of the day honing their basketball skills. The school day ends at lunchtime, 2:20. Whilst the pupils go home to their host families, the teachers meet up at the hotel where they are all staying.
Well, that's mine.
Are you eating typical Spanish food or Italian?
You have to tell us.
Well, this is more Italian, I think. Benedict is the one who is eating, and Lee, that's Spanish. Potaje, yeah?
The meal is potaje.
Potaje.
I think it's very important because it is so motivating for both for me as a teacher and also for the students that take part in this project. And I also think it is important because we can include all the students. Even though you don't speak English too well, you can take part in the project. You can write small letters, you don't have to say that much in the letter, and you can take part in the video conference because you don't have to say much, but you can listen, understand, be a part of it.
I think it's important for the students because in a rural area like Saldaa, it's very difficult for them to get in touch with other nationalities. So I think it's very good for them to see that the English is not only a subject, but a language that can be used to communicate with other people, not only English people, I mean German, Norwegian. So that's why I think
it's a fantastic big step into Europe's future to share this project with more than 2 nationalities and languages. So I remember when I was at school, it was always very complicated to organize school exchange just with 2 schools, and so we are 4 now, and that is fantastic to learn many different cultures and countries.
In the afternoon, the British students put their Spanish to the most important test. Can they buy the things they want in the local market?
Esa es 5. ¿Tú, España?
¿De dónde?
Soy inglesa. Vivo en Inglaterra.
Ah, Inglaterra.
¿Cuánto cuesta?
5 euros.
Norwegian Marius has discovered sunflower seeds.
They're good. They're good. We don't have these in Norway. We are only using them to feed the birds.
Yes, we do. But all the Turkey people in Germany eat it.
Oh yeah.
And
Turkish people in Germany?
Yeah, lot of.
Cinco, por favor. Cinco. 10. Sí, gracias. Dos, un rojo, un negro, por favor.
Best thing for me today was Ellie said something which reminded me of an experience I had when I first went abroad. And just going into a shop in Germany and buying myself a glass of Coke for the first time and not using any English. And Ellie seems to have a similar experience today, going into a shop and making herself understood in Spanish. And she said something which is exactly what I felt all those years ago, which was once you've had that experience, you say to yourself, it works. This business about learning a language works. And if that's what we got out of the visit, then for me that's job done. I know we've got a lot more than that out of it though. So yeah, I can go to bed now feeling quite satisfied, I think.
Next morning, the teachers concentrate on overcoming a technical problem.
After numerous failed attempts to get a video conference going with a school here in Spain, we decided we've got to find another way of doing it. I mean, we've lent them a camera and stuff like that, and we don't know if there's problems with the connection speeds, because none of us are really technical experts. So we're trying to, for each school, to create a Hotmail account through which you can do a video link. And then we're going to try and trial it later on and see if it works. Sí, pero puedo llamar y decir eso es el email. We're hopefully, if she hasn't already gone out, try and link it with my wife who's at home.
We actually use video conferencing to facilitate a lot of these meetings, and the Ridings, I suppose just because by virtue of being the largest school, we became the sort of central coordinator of this. We had quite a lot of experience in using innovative ICT to develop links and sustain partnerships.
But with time ticking on, the group decides to leave Rosa and Lee to keep on trying and move on to some of the other tasks that need to be dealt with.
Don't worry. What I can do, if you like, when I get back to the UK, and I can send it to everyone, and then maybe I could just put text boxes here, like, or however, and you can put your photos in there.
Okay.
I don't think we will get it right.
Okay.
I'll tell the others. Okay, so I think we shall better go back upstairs because the video conference is impossible. We cannot do it. We didn't get it.
Sad. Why? Do you know why?
I don't know why, but we cannot get in touch with Lee's wife. We have been trying the whole morning and it's impossible.
Lunchtime again, and back with her family, Kathleen is once more faced with the problem she foresaw before she left England.
I'm very fussy, so it'd be easier to say what I do like actually. Like most meat though, chocolate. That's pretty much it. But I'm very fussy on vegetables and fruit. I don't really eat much of that. Don't like pizza, don't like chips, don't like cheese. Probably won't do too well there. Dad?
Kathleen. ¿Huevos?
No, gracias. No me gusta. Gracias.
No.
Gracias. They give you a lot of food at lunch. I liked some of it. Shrimps.
Lechuga.
Oh, sí, por favor. It's easier than what I thought it would be because she does speak some English. But I've learnt new words. Like I now know that cold is frío and stuff like that. But it's different because in class we're taught the actual word and stuff. But they have different pronunciation.
Aceite.
No, gracias.
¿Y vinagre?
You like only?
Sí. ¿Cómo se dice I bought? En español. Buy.
Buy, comprar.
Comprar este. Y
Nice.
another ring para mi padre. Simpático, pero I bought bracelet. Bracelet. Bangle.
Pulsera.
Sí.
This.
Sí. Pulsera. ¿Cómo se dice?
Pulsera.
Pulsera. Sí. Para mi amigo. I think they start much later than we do as well, because well, in England we go to bed about 10 and we stay on up to about 1 over here. But I think they sleep, have a little nap halfway through the day. I'm not completely sure, but I think so.
After their little nap, the visitors are taken on a cultural tour of the area, starting with an ancient church in the small town of Fromista.
Castilla and Leon holds the 52% of all the Spanish heritage. So that means that we have 750 churches, 11 cathedrals, around 500 castles. We stand here on this wonderful road of St. James Way. So this is a pilgrimage way that started in the 11th century. Well, sorry, in the 9th century.
The tour then moves on to the Canal de Castilla, built by King Ferdinand in the 16th century.
At the end of the day, the kids love they want to socialise, they want to talk about each other's cultures, football, you look at the great unifiers of culture across the world, music and art and sport. And so these projects become sort of, they kind of coalesce and crystallise around these things.
The next arranged visit is to a monastery, but on arrival they discover they're in a larger town. And another of the great unifiers across the world kicks in. The chance to shop for souvenirs. The pupils and some of the teachers head off, leaving the rest of the teachers to be shown around the very beautiful San Zoilo monastery.
We are talking about the beginning of the 16th century. So that's the reason why. Spain was suffering a terrible economical crisis. So that's why he knows this man who was the Minister of Exchequer. He knows that the church
So this is Tuesday evening, the final evening. Not a very long day, I'm absolutely shattered. So journey home tomorrow, and yeah, good trip. Really enjoyed it.
One of the criteria we're looking for is how, by going on this visit, this is not a freebie, so it's a lot of hard work demanded by the students and by the teachers, and how will they be able to come back and actually disseminate that to other students. There's no such thing as a free trip okay, or a free lunch.
The presentation they will have to give is beginning to worry the pupils, or at least some of them.
You can borrow some of my pictures if you want, so we don't join. If you want. Yeah. It's easier for me.
It'll be a bit easier.
Yeah.
I learned how to count from 1 to 20 in German, and I got a number of a German girl.
Who, Jill?
Yeah.
On the 8th of May, we went to school for the second time, and we did lots of different subjects again, and their classes are very different to ours because they have a small number of people, no uniform. It was a little strange, first of all, because they didn't understand you, and normally you used to be understood, and then you get a bit used to it because you realise how they're different in their culture.
These are some of the paintings inside, that one's outside.
My family spoke to me in Spanish and couldn't really understand English, so I just had to use Spanish as much as I could.
I went to school on the 7th of May and played some basketball, did some maths, science, technology, and some music. they see their family every day. So I met Eleanor's grandfather, grandmother, mum and dad, brother and sister, everyone really.
It's given me the Spanish experience because now I'm studying Spanish. I can imagine certain things in my head, picture what it was like, and I really enjoyed it.
In terms of coming back with ideas and projects, it was very successful. We've got a video to make, which is going to go on the website. We're going to make a calendar, which is going to involve lots of photos and things to do with the traditions of each country. So that's all very exciting stuff that we're going to put together between now and the next 6 months, really, to try to produce for our final year together as a Comenius partnership.
Every teacher that's been involved, I think, has been enriched. Now, in some cases, it's something tangible, like I can think of a lot of teachers who've started as classroom teachers, got involved in Comenius, and within a few years they're deputy heads and heads. It actually does enhance their careers. I think the other thing they say is it recharges my batteries. You know, when teachers are flagging a bit in the daily grind, you enjoy the contact with the kids, but sometimes you need a bit more. And I think Comenius can give them that extra dimension. And it also gives the kids the extra dimension as well.